Hi everybody, Will back again here, and today I am going to be showing you 3 custom made ertl trains that I have finally made. And of course they are Coldifell engines like Ernest and Wilfred from my last custom made trains video. And this time these 3 custom made ertl Coldifell engines I'm going to show you are Shane Dooiney, Alaric and Eric, and I really like those 2. I've worked so hard on them for the past few months. It was hard at first, but now that they're completed I can finally add them to my official Ertl Thomas Trains collection. Now let's start off with Shane Dooiney, since he's the number 5 Coldifell engine, shall we? Right, let's start off with Shane Dooiney. I've made Shane Dooiney out of a loose Ertl Coldy that I ordered off eBay, and by the time it arrived I got to work on him right away, and by doing that I gave him a green undercoat and I painted his side rods white with black dots and red lines, and restored this to his former glory by painting it purple with orange stripes. And I also painted the hand railings white with a gold whistle at the top, and I've replaced the front windows and whistle sticker with some painted front windows and a whistle. And I also detailed his back face and repainted his circles and his squares on both of his sides red and yellow. And I painted his number 5s on both sides and at the back, and I printed off, cut out and stuck on his nameplates so that number 5 of the Coldifell Mountain Railway is revealed to be Shane Dooiney. Yeah, that's right. Now, for those who are also wondering, where have I got the face for Shane Dooiney from? I ordered a Ertl Oliver off eBay. Apparently it was a loose one like this one, and by the time it arrived I started work on cutting off his face straight away, and I glued it onto Shane Dooiney and detailed his eyebrows. So now the Ertl Oliver face is officially Shane Dooiney's face. I quite like the idea of using an Ertl Oliver face for Shane Dooiney's face. So now he looks like he's officially Shane Dooiney. And that is Shane Dooiney. Next up we've got Alaric. Here's Alaric. Now Alaric was made out of a Ertl Lord Harry that I had. This was my first Ertl Lord Harry that I had for years, but then I decided to change it into Alaric and buy myself a replacement one, which I might show you on my next video after this one. Anyways, let's show you the details that I've put into on Alaric, shall we? First off, I repainted his red base and his red and white circles, and painted his footsteps and his hand railings on the doorway, on both sides of his doorways on the cab. Then I painted his side rods white with black dots and red lines, and repainted his whole body purple with orange stripes, and painted his squares red and yellow, and his hand railings at the top and his lamp are also painted white, but his lamp has a red dot, and the front of his cab has a completely thicker orange stripe with painted front windows and a painted whistle. So now Alaric is completely painted in red and white with black dots, and has orange stripes and purple paint with his red and yellow squares. And I painted his number 7s on both sides and at the back, and I detailed the orange stripes at the back, as well as his face and the windows and the number 7. And I also printed off, cut off and stuck Alaric's nameplates on both sides. And I've used a wind-up Percy face for Alaric's face because I thought it would suit him. And quite frankly, I think it does. And this is Alaric. Last but not least, I'm going to show you Eric. Here's Eric. And Eric was made out of a pre-owned ertl Lord Harry that I've ordered off eBay, and he was loose like my ertl Coldy that I used to make Shane Dooiney, and I repainted his red base and his circles red and white, and his side rods are now white with black dots and red lines, and his body is completely painted purple with orange stripes, and he has the white hand railings and footstep on both sides of the doorway on his cab. And the hand railings are also white, and his lamp is white with a red dot on, and the top of him is now officially painted gold. And the same as I did Alaric, his cab roof at the front has a painted orange stripe with painted front windows and a whistle. And his squares are painted red and yellow, and I detailed his back face and his stripes in his windows, and I've painted his number 8s on both of his sides and at the back, and I printed off, cut off and stuck on his nameplates on both sides. And I used a wind-up Thomas face for Eric's face. But first, I detailed his mouth and his eyebrows and super glued Eric's face on together with the model itself. So now Eric is officially an ertl model. So now we have a mixture of ertl and wind-up. At last, this means my ertl Caldy Fell Mountain Railway Engines collection is complete. So I finally have Shane Dooiney and Alaric and Eric from behind. So now I have shown you my custom made ertl Shane Dooiney, Alaric and Eric. So I'm very happy with these, and as I will be with this video. So now I have shown you my custom made ertl Shane Dooiney, Alaric and Eric. So I shall now say my goodbyes to you all until we meet again in the next video.